region of Aquitaine is one of the 22 regions of metropolitan France in the southwestern part. Along the Atlantic Ocean and the Pyrenees mountain range on the border with Spain. Let us tell you more about this region with our special guest who will inform us about the geography and the history of the region, the industrial presence there, and so on.
We are going to talk about La Région d'Aquitaine, Aquitaine. It is one of the 22 regions of France. We have Mr. Vincent, who is from this region, to talk about this place. We welcome you, Mr. Vincent, or as we say in French, Monsieur Vincent. Okay, on vous accueille ici, dans notre studio. So, can you tell us something about your region, Aquitaine?
So Aquitaine is located on the southwest of France. It's about 500 kilometers far from Paris, and it's between the Atlantic Ocean and the Pyrenees Mountains. So it contains the biggest forest of France, which is known as Forêt des Landes.
Forêt des Landes.
Yeah, Forêt des Landes.
Okay, Forêt des Landes.
Yes.
It is one of the largest forest areas of France.
This is the largest.
Okay.
And we also have about 33 lakhs inhabitants. And there are main towns. The main town of Aquitaine is Bordeaux, Bordeaux.
Okay, so Bordeaux is the main town, kind of a capital of this region.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, it's the main town.
And there are also some other big towns such as Agen, Pau, Mont-de-Marsan, and so on.
And so on and so forth. And so it is towards the southwest of France.
Yes, exactly.
It's toward the southwest of France. And you said that it is between Pyrenees and Atlantic Ocean. So is it closer to Atlantic Ocean or it is closer to Pyrenees?
In fact, the west side of the Aquitaine is Atlantic Ocean, and the south side is Pyrenees. And for the other part, it's other regions of France, which are at the frontier of the Aquitaine.
Okay. So, this is the geographical location of that important region of France. Okay. So you just mentioned a few important cities of France. So, and Bordeaux is the main capital.
Yes.
Okay? So can you tell us something about that region? There's some other important towns, or mainly Bordeaux, which is an important town.
Bordeaux is located. Is crossed by a river, one of the main rivers of France.
Okay, so that means that Bordeaux is on the banks of the river.
Yes.
Which is the river?
Well, the name of the river is Garonne.
Okay, Garonne, Garonne.
Exactly.
Garonne. Yes.
And it's also one of the biggest towns of France.
Okay.
And it's known for the red wine because the Bordeaux area produces most of the red wine of France, and it's a very good quality one. So it's a very
yes. Bordeaux wines are famous all over the world, and I believe from the red wine color of Bordeaux, there is a color also which you call Bordeaux.
Yes, exactly. It's a kind of dark red. And in French, the word is also Bordeaux for this color due to the wine color.
Okay. So what maybe, if you have wine and if you have such important town, which is certainly a very old city area, there must have some cultural festivals rather, which might have come up maybe using wine or such other festivals. Can you please tell us something about that?
Yeah, each year there is a big festival for the wine. So many producers come and show their wines to people, and everyone can visit the shows, and drink some, taste some wine, and then there is a lot of sale because they also are here to sell their wine.
Yes.
So it's a good occasion to taste many kinds of wine from Bordeaux, and to know some more castle that the one you knew earlier.
Oh, sure. So and that festival is almost in which month of the year?
During, I'm not sure, but it's May or June, something like that.
Okay, somewhere in May, June. That is summers.
Yes.
Okay, it's during summers that you have these festivals. And in summers, you like drinking red wine?
All the year.
Sure.
We are French people, and in France, it's it's an habit
Sure.
to drink wine.
To drink wine. Okay. So please tell us something about some historical monuments, etc., about your region in that area.
So in especially Dordogne, which is one of the districts of Aquitaine, there is some prehistorical sculptures and paintings, especially we can find in the Grotte de Lascaux, which is a cave. There are some famous paintings, prehistorical paintings.
Grotte de Lascaux.
Yes, Grotte de Lascaux.
Grotte is for cave.
Yes.
Grott is a French word. Grotte
Yes.
de Lascaux.
Yes.
Lascaux.
Exactly.
Exactly. Okay. So Grotte de Lascaux is the place where you have prehistoric caves with prehistoric paintings as a proof that prehistoric people settled there. Okay.
Yes.
That is, yes.
We also found some sculptures, especially the Dame de Bras sans Puits, which is a sculpture of a woman's head made on ivory from a mammoth.
Okay, from ivory of mammoth.
Mammoth,
Okay, and mammoth
yes.
is an extinct mammal of elephant type.
Yes.
Okay, and mostly they were found in Africa. Were they found in Europe also?
Yes.
Those days?
During prehistorical times,
Okay.
there were also mammoths
They were
in
mammoths.
France. Yeah.
So they were the ivory from mammoth.
Yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
And so that statue must be very old. Almost how many years?
It's around 22,000 years old. Before Christ.
Before Christ. 22,000 before Christ.
Yes.
Okay, from today we can say 24,000 almost. 25,000 years
Yes.
old from
Yes.
today. Okay. And from mammoth. So that is itself a proof of the existence of mammoth in that area.
Yes. Also.
Okay. Also that's a proof. Are there some other such historical or prehistorical monuments or interesting things?
There are many prehistorical monuments and many caves, many paintings, but those one, the one I talked are very well known, and there are also some other historical aspects. Especially there is one woman which is known as Aliénor d'Aquitaine.
Aliénor d'Aquitaine.
d'Aquitaine,
Okay,
yes.
d'Aquitaine is from Aquitaine.
Exactly.
And Aliénor is name of the lady.
Yes.
Okay, Alienor.
Exactly.
That's how we should know. Yes, Aliénor d'Aquitaine.
Yes.
Okay.
And this woman was married to Louis VII, the King of France.
And
And
so
then,
she was Queen of France
yes,
for the King Louis VII.
yes.
Okay.
Then she divorced and married one man who became later the King of England.
Okay.
So she was King of France, then Queen of France, then Queen of England.
Okay. And who was the King of France whom she married?
Louis VII,
no,
and the King of England was Henry II Plantagenet.
Okay. So Henry II. She
Henry
was
II.
wife of Aliénor d'Aquitaine, was wife of Henry II, and former wife of the King of France, Louis VII.
Exactly.
Okay, and they retained the same name in England also when Aquitaine was used, or was it there some change? The Aliénor d'Aquitaine, she was known as Aliénor d'Aquitaine, or they changed some name also?
I don't know exactly. In France, we know her at Aliénor d'Aquitaine.
Okay.
But maybe it was
Maybe
named.
Guitane or something like that. Sometimes they change, I believe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
And after this marriage and so on, the Aquitaine was given to English people,
Okay.
England, and the French fight back to get back the Aquitaine.
Yes. Okay, so you mentioned just now that after the marriage of Aliénor d'Aquitaine, the city Bordeaux was given as a dowry to the King of England.
The whole Aquitaine.
The entire Aquitaine, the entire region.
Yeah.
Okay, the entire region for some time belonged to England. Okay.
Yes. So the French wanted it back.
Okay.
And they there is a big rivalry between English and French.
Yes.
So this is one of the reasons of the beginning of the Guerre de Cent Ans, which is the
war of 100 years.
Yeah.
Yes, war of 100 years between France and England.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. So war of 100 years between France and England was mainly for this, and this is also an interesting piece of information that the same lady became first the Queen of France, then the Queen of England. Okay, and for two different kings. Okay, was there some river transport systems and how it played an important role in that area?
It still plays a role in this area because there is one port in Bordeaux. There are, for instance, some parts of the A350, which is the big plane from Airbus, which is transported on the river. And also there is the Canal du Midi. This is a canal joining the Garonne to the Mediterranean Sea. And this canal was built in the 17th century and is still in use. It's the oldest canal still in use in Europe.
Okay, it's the oldest and perhaps the largest canal.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so but it is the oldest canal is still in use.
Yes.
For transportation from the city of Bordeaux to the Mediterranean Sea.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. That is an interesting piece of information, and I believe it must be very important because Bordeaux being an important city for the entire aviation industry. Okay.
Yes. And especially Bordeaux and Toulouse are two cities well known for aerospace, so they choose to create the aerospace valley.
Okay, so there is an aerospace valley between the two.
Yes. So between these two towns and around these two towns, there are many companies and establishments. It's about 100,000 jobs.
Okay, so around 100,000, 1 lakh people get employment in that industry in that area.
Yes.
In that area, can you tell us the names of some important companies in that area?
For instance, there is Thales, THALES.
Okay, Thales.
Safran, SAFRAN.
Okay.
Dassault, DASSAULT.
Oh yes, Dassault is nowadays we are dealing in India. We have a deal with Dassault. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And EADS also.
EADS. Okay. So we just now heard some basic cultural and industrial information about Bordeaux, and this gave us an opportunity to know also about the red wine as produced in France and festival related to the red wine and some historical facts and about prehistoric sites. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Vincent. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you.